Have you ever faced days when everything seems to fall apart, when your dreams seem too far, your failures too heavy, and your strength too small? Most people give up at that point, but the truth is, that's exactly where greatness begins. The strongest people in the world are not those who never fall, but those who learn to rise again and again, even when nobody believes in them. Rejection is one of the most powerful teachers life has to offer. It doesn't come dressed as an opportunity or disguised as a gift. It arrives wearing the harsh mask of failure. When you face rejection, it hurts. There's no denying that. But behind that pain lies a message, a lesson that can shape your destiny if you are willing to listen. Every no you receive is life's way of asking, how badly do you want it? Most people run from rejection because they fear it defines their worth. In truth, rejection is not a reflection of your value. It's a reflection of timing, preparation, and resilience. The difference between those who succeed and those who give up lies in how they respond when doors are slammed in their faces. The strong look at rejection not as the end, but as the beginning of understanding who they really are and how far they can go. Think of rejection as a mirror that reveals what needs to be improved. When someone tells you, you're not good enough, don't argue, listen. Not with your ego, but with your curiosity. Ask yourself, why did this happen? What can I learn? What can I do better next time? Those questions turn pain into progress. The truth is, life will never stop testing you. It will reject you again and again, for the job you want, the business you dream of, the people you hope to impress. But every rejection carries a clue, a signal showing you the next area to grow. The people who grow faster than others are not the ones who face fewer rejections. They are the ones who use every rejection as fuel. They analyze it, learn from it, and come back stronger. Imagine if every no you face became the foundation for your next less. That's how strong minds operate. They don't waste energy blaming others or feeling victimized. They see rejection as redirection, a force guiding them toward the right path. Many successful people never ended up where they first wanted to go. They were rejected from schools, jobs, and opportunities they thought were essential for success. But in time, those rejections became blessings. Because when one door closes, it doesn't mean you've failed. It means you're being redirected to a better door, one that truly belongs to you. Life's rejections are often hidden protection. What you lose today may be saving you from something you weren't ready for. What feels like disappointment now might one day become your proudest turning point. The problem is, most people stop at the pain and never reach the lesson. They internalize rejection as a statement of worth. I'm not good enough. I'll never make it. But rejection isn't saying you're not good enough. It's saying you haven't yet reached the level required for that opportunity. That's not an insult, that's an invitation. It's life's way of saying, grow a little more, strengthen your skills, deepen your understanding. When you change how you interpret rejection, it stops breaking you and starts building you. Every great journey includes setbacks, and every strong mind has been told, no more times than it's been told, wise. The trick is to keep walking even when the road is rough, because rejection is not a wall. It's a test of endurance. Rejection also teaches humility and empathy. When you've been turned away, you learn what it feels like to be underestimated, misunderstood, and overlooked. And that feeling, instead of making you bitter, can make you better. It makes you kinder to others who struggle. It keeps your ego in check and your ambition alive. The world doesn't reward arrogance, it rewards persistence. The moment you realize that rejection is not an attack but a lesson, you become unstoppable. You stop fearing people's opinions, because you know they don't define your destiny. You stop comparing your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. You understand that growth takes time, and rejection is simply the world's way of measuring your readiness. Finally, every rejection builds your emotional muscles. Just as lifting weights strengthens your body, facing failure strengthens your heart. The first few times you're rejected, it stings. But over time, you become more resilient. You start bouncing back faster. You learn to separate temporary failure from permanent defeat. That's when you grow powerful, when rejection no longer controls your emotions. Instead of feeling lost, you feel challenged. Instead of breaking down, you rise up. And with every comeback, your confidence grows stronger. The next time life says, no, don't shrink away. Smile. Because that no is not the end of your story, it's the beginning of your strength. It's proof that you're daring to try, daring to grow, and daring to build something that ordinary people are too afraid to chase. When life gets hard, when everything seems to be falling apart, and when the pressure feels unbearable, there's only one thing that keeps you standing: your vision. Vision is the light that cuts through the fog of fear and doubt. It's not just about goals or dreams, it's about having a clear reason for why you do what you do. Pain will visit everyone. Struggle will test every dreamer. But only those with a vision larger than their pain survive the storm. The moment your vision becomes stronger than your excuses, your limitations lose their power. The secret of staying strong in tough times is simple. Your purpose must be so powerful that it drowns out the noise of your suffering. Most people give up not because they are weak, but because they lose sight of why they started. They begin with energy and excitement, but when the results don't come fast enough, their vision fades. It's easy to stay motivated when things are working. It's much harder when life hits you back. That's why you need a vision that can't be destroyed by circumstances. Vision is not just something you see, it's something you feel. It lives in your heart, not your eyes. When your eyes see darkness, your heart must still see light. Because pain is temporary, but the dream you're fighting for can outlast every storm if you refuse to let go. In difficult moments, vision gives meaning to the suffering. Without it, pain feels pointless. But when you have a why, every struggle becomes a stepping stone. Ask yourself, why am I doing this? Why is this important to me? If your answer is clear, then you can endure almost anything. Think of every successful person. They all had moments when everything went wrong. Yet, they didn't stop. Why? Because their vision was not built on comfort. It was built on conviction. They didn't chase success for applause or validation. They chased it because they believed in something bigger than themselves. And that belief carried them through every rejection, every sleepless night, and every painful failure. Vision is what keeps your eyes on the mountain even when you're crawling through the mud. When life pushes you down, your vision whispers, "Get up, you're not done yet." Without it, the smallest obstacle feels like a mountain. With it, even mountains start to look small. The pain you feel today might be sharp, but if your dream is strong enough, you'll find the strength to rise. Every great story was once a story of someone who refused to stop believing. Someone who held on to their vision even when everyone told them it was impossible. When you're clear about where you're going, no amount of failure can make you forget the destination. Sometimes your vision is the only thing you'll have left. Friends may doubt you. The world may laugh at you. Even your own mind might whisper, maybe this isn't meant for you. That's when your vision must speak louder. It must remind you of the person you promised yourself you'd become. It must remind you of the dreams you had when nobody believed in you. It's easy to talk about vision when things are easy, but true vision is tested in chaos. The people who win in life are not the most talented. They are the ones who stay loyal to their vision no matter how rough the road gets. They understand that temporary pain cannot destroy a permanent purpose. Keeping your vision alive means feeding it every single day. Read, learn, grow, surround yourself with inspiration, and constantly remind yourself where you're headed. Visualize the future you're building and let that image pull you through the pain. Don't wait for motivation. Create it. When you wake up tired, let your vision wake you up. When you feel defeated, let your vision remind you why you can't quit now. Every challenge is shaping you for what you asked for. The delay is not denial, it's preparation. The universe tests you to see if you're truly ready for what you're dreaming of. The pain you feel today is proof that something greater is being built inside you. A big vision doesn't make life easier. It makes it meaningful. When you have something worth fighting for, every setback becomes fuel. Pain no longer feels like punishment, it feels like progress. You start to understand that the road to success is not meant to be smooth. It's meant to strengthen you. Every time you face pain and keep going, your mind grows tougher, your heart grows stronger, and your faith grows deeper. Vision doesn't erase pain, it gives it purpose. And when your purpose becomes unshakable, no storm, no failure, and no rejection can ever break you again. When life throws challenges at you, you always have two choices: you can cry about them, or you can laugh through them. The difference between the people who collapse under pressure and those who rise above it lies in their attitude. Problems are not meant to destroy you. They are meant to develop you. But the moment you treat them like curses, they begin to control your emotions. The strongest people in the world are not those who never face difficulties. They are the ones who face them with courage, calmness, and sometimes even humor. They know that problems are part of the game, not punishment. And the ability to smile in the middle of chaos is one of life's greatest strengths. Laughter is not a sign of ignorance or weakness. It is a sign of power. When you can laugh at your problems, it means they no longer control you. You have accepted the situation and chosen not to let it break your spirit. Every problem tries to make you lose your balance, to make you panic, to steal your peace. But when you smile and say, It's okay, I'll figure it out. You disarm it. You take back control. The energy you waste on worry is the same energy you could use to find solutions. A light heart sees things clearly, but a heavy heart, filled with fear and frustration, can't think straight. The moment you relax, ideas start flowing, creativity returns, and strength comes back. That's why strong people don't allow negativity to win. They fight it with laughter. There's something magical about the person who smiles during struggle. They confuse their enemies. They shock the people who expected them to break. Because most people, when life gets hard, show it on their face. Frustration, anger, disappointment. But when you smile, even when things are falling apart, you send a message to the world. You can't break me. That calm confidence is what separates survivors from victims. You become unshakable when you stop reacting to every problem emotionally. The world respects a calm fighter, someone who doesn't panic under pressure but handles every storm with grace. Remember, laughter doesn't mean you don't care, it means you're smart enough to protect your energy. The truth is, problems never go away. They just change form. Once you solve one, another appears. That's life's natural rhythm. You can either keep complaining about it or learn to dance with it. Think of problems as part of your training. Every challenge you face builds emotional strength, but if you face them with bitterness, you burn out. If you face them with humor, you bounce back faster. Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you respond to it. When you laugh, you remind yourself that problems are temporary, but your spirit is permanent. The storm may be strong, but it will pass, and your smile will still be there. Some of the most successful people in history went through unimaginable challenges, yet they kept their humor alive. They didn't let stress steal their joy, because they understood something most people never do. You can't control everything that happens, but you can always control your reaction. When things go wrong, when plans fail, when nothing makes sense, that's when laughter becomes your shield. It keeps you from sinking into negativity. It reminds you that life is still beautiful, even when it's hard. A good laugh in a bad situation doesn't change the problem, but it changes you. And when you change, your ability to handle the problem changes too. You see, laughter also attracts positive energy. When you stay lighthearted, opportunities find you. People are drawn to those who radiate optimism. Nobody wants to follow a leader who's constantly angry or defeated. But a person who can stay positive even under pressure inspires trust and hope. They become a light in dark times. And that's what strength truly is. Not the absence of pain, but the ability to stay joyful in it. The more you practice this, the more you realize that problems don't define your life, your attitude does. You might not be able to control the storm, but you can control your smile. And that smile is your silent declaration that you refuse to let life defeat you. So, when problems come, and they will, take a deep breath, lift your head, and laugh. Laugh not because everything is perfect, but because you know that it won't always be this hard. Laugh because you've survived worse. Laugh because you believe in your own strength. The person who can laugh through pain is already ahead of the one who cries through it. Life becomes lighter, brighter, and easier when you stop letting every problem weigh you down. So the next time things fall apart, don't break. Smile. Because your laughter is proof that no matter how dark the day gets, your spirit still shines brighter. No one achieves greatness alone. Life is a journey full of obstacles, detours, and setbacks, and the people you choose to walk it with can either lift you higher or pull you down. When times are tough, your circle becomes the strongest reflection of your resilience. The right people give you strength, perspective, and encouragement when your own confidence falters. They remind you who you are when you feel lost and push you forward when the weight of the world feels unbearable. Choosing the right companions is not a luxury. It is a necessity for surviving and thriving in difficult times. Think about it, you can have incredible talent, unstoppable determination, and a vision bigger than life itself, but if you are surrounded by negative people, all of that energy will be drained. Criticism, doubt, jealousy, and fear are contagious. People who constantly complain, who see every obstacle as a dead end, will slowly shape your mindset into one of limitation. They will make you question yourself, hesitate when you should act, and doubt what you know in your heart to be true. On the other hand, being with positive, driven, and supportive individuals creates an energy that fuels your growth. Their belief in you, even when you doubt yourself, becomes a lifeline in the hardest moments. Surrounding yourself with the right people is not just about friendship. It is about survival and evolution. The strongest people carefully choose their circle based on values, vision, and energy. They understand that quality is far more important than quantity. A few true supporters who believe in your potential are worth more than hundreds of people who are indifferent or critical. When setbacks occur, these individuals lift you, advise you, and challenge you to be better. They do not feed your fear, they remind you of your courage. They do not magnify failure, they help you see opportunity. And even when life is chaotic, their presence stabilizes your mind and strengthens your heart. In many ways, the right people act as mirrors. They reflect back your potential and remind you of what you are capable of becoming. Strong individuals also understand that they must be the right person for others. Surrounding yourself with greatness is not just about receiving energy. It is also about giving it. By offering support, encouragement, and belief in return, you build a network of trust and loyalty. In tough times, reciprocity becomes a lifeline. Those who help others rise never walk alone. When you face challenges, you have people who will stand by you not out of obligation but out of genuine connection. Mutual support creates a force that multiplies individual strength. Alone, a person can stumble. Together, a group can move mountains. The right circle transforms struggles from unbearable burdens into manageable challenges. Think about the power of shared energy. One person's confidence can inspire another's courage. One person's clarity can illuminate another's path. One person's resilience can ignite another's fire. This is why the right people are invaluable. Their strength becomes contagious. When you are surrounded by believers, doers, and dreamers, you adopt their mindset, their habits, and their perspective. You start to see obstacles as temporary, failure as feedback, and pressure as opportunity. And when you combine your energy with theirs, the impossible suddenly feels achievable. But finding the right people requires intention. You cannot leave it to chance. Seek mentors who have walked the path before you. Seek peers who challenge you and inspire you. Seek companions who celebrate your victories and comfort you in defeat. Distance yourself from those who drain your energy, belittle your dreams, or discourage you from pursuing your true potential. It is not selfish to protect your energy, it is necessary. The people around you influence your mood, your decisions, and ultimately your destiny. If you want to rise above tough times, the first step is to make sure you are not climbing alone, and that the hands you hold are steady, strong, and unwavering. Finally, understand that surrounding yourself with the right people is a lifelong strategy, not a temporary solution. Life's journey is unpredictable, and challenges can appear when you least expect them. When your circle is strong, diverse, and supportive, you are better prepared to face these challenges with confidence and clarity. The right people give you insight, courage, and emotional balance. They remind you that you are never truly alone, even when the world feels against you. They amplify your strengths and minimize your weaknesses. And most importantly, they believe in you when you cannot believe in yourself. That belief, above all, is the invisible force that keeps strong people moving forward, even in the darkest times. In life, one of the most dangerous traps is believing that success is permanent. Too many people achieve something significant and suddenly feel they have arrived. They stop learning, stop striving, and begin to rely on their past accomplishments as proof that they can coast through life. But the truth is, success is fleeting if hunger disappears. The strongest people understand that staying hungry is what keeps them alive, motivated, and resilient, especially during tough times. Hunger is not just about ambition, it's about a deep, unrelenting drive to improve, grow, and achieve more than you did yesterday. Without it, comfort becomes a cage, and the world quickly overtakes those who rest on past victories. At the same time, hunger must be paired with humility. Humility is what keeps a strong person grounded and open to learning. Without humility, hunger can become arrogance, leading to poor decisions and burned bridges. The most successful individuals never stop seeing themselves as students of life. They understand that no matter how much they know, there is always more to learn. Every challenge, every failure, every piece of criticism is an opportunity to expand knowledge and skills. Humility allows you to recognize your limitations while still pushing relentlessly toward growth. It creates a mindset where you can accept feedback without feeling attacked, where mistakes become lessons rather than defeats. Staying hungry and humble is what allows you to persevere when the world seems to be against you. Tough times are a test of character, and hunger ensures that you keep moving forward even when everything seems to fail. Hunger pushes you to wake up early, work harder, and dream bigger. It is the internal engine that keeps your fire burning when external circumstances are cold and discouraging. Hunger turns obstacles into challenges, and challenges into opportunities for growth. Without hunger, pain becomes overwhelming, and you are more likely to give in to fear or despair. But with hunger, every setback becomes a lesson, every difficulty a stepping stone, and every failure a reason to get up and try again. Humility, on the other hand, is what protects you from the dangers of success and shields you from the arrogance that often accompanies it. It reminds you that no achievement is permanent and no position is guaranteed. Humble people listen more than they speak, learn more than they boast, and build relationships rather than destroy them. They understand that ego can blind you to reality, making you vulnerable to mistakes and misjudgments. When you stay humble, you remain approachable, teachable, and flexible, qualities that allow you to adapt when life changes suddenly, as it always does. In a world where challenges are constant, humility is not weakness, it is strategy. The combination of hunger and humility is particularly powerful because it fuels both persistence and adaptability. Hunger drives you forward, refusing to accept mediocrity. Humility keeps you grounded, teaching you to observe, listen, and adjust when necessary. The strongest people are not those who achieve overnight success, but those who continuously learn from each experience, remain driven to improve, and never allow pride to cloud their judgment. Hunger without humility becomes arrogance. Humility without hunger becomes complacency. Together, they create an unstoppable force that propels you through the hardest times. Finally, staying hungry and humble creates a mindset that welcomes challenges instead of fearing them. When you are hungry, every problem becomes a puzzle to solve, every obstacle a chance to innovate, and every rejection a motivation to improve. When you are humble, you are willing to seek advice, learn from mistakes, and adjust your approach without resentment. This mindset transforms adversity into opportunity and struggle into progress. Tough times do not break you, they refine you. They show you what you are made of. Those who embrace hunger and humility in the face of difficulty are the ones who rise higher than anyone imagined, not because the world favors them, but because they refuse to stop growing, learning, and striving no matter how steep the climb. Time is one of life's most underestimated forces. When you face challenges, setbacks, or failures, it's natural to feel impatient, frustrated, or even hopeless. We live in a world that glorifies speed, instant results, and immediate gratification, but the truth is nothing of lasting value is built overnight. Time is the ultimate teacher, the ultimate healer, and the ultimate test of patience and persistence. Strong people understand that growth, success, and transformation require time, not just effort. They trust the process even when the results aren't visible today. Believing in the power of time is what allows them to endure hardship, maintain focus, and keep moving forward when others give up. The first lesson about time is that growth is often invisible at the start. Just as a seed spends months underground before it sprouts, your efforts may not immediately show results. You may study tirelessly, work relentlessly, and endure countless failures without seeing the payoff. For most people, this is discouraging. They expect instant recognition, fast results, and quick validation. But strong individuals know that what matters most is the unseen work. The preparation, practice, learning, and refining that happen behind the scenes create the foundation for extraordinary success. The invisible hours, the quiet persistence, and the repeated attempts are what make breakthroughs possible when the moment finally arrives. Time also teaches patience. In a world that rewards speed and punishes waiting, the ability to wait with purpose is a rare and powerful strength. Patience is not passive, it is active endurance. It is the commitment to keep growing, improving, and learning while trusting that the right opportunities will come at the right moment. Strong people understand that rushing results often leads to mistakes, missed lessons, and shallow accomplishments. By giving time its due, they allow their skills, wisdom, and character to develop fully. The stronger you become in your patience, the better equipped you are to handle life's inevitable challenges. Another powerful aspect of time is its ability to heal and clarify. When problems feel overwhelming and emotions run high, it's difficult to make rational decisions or see the bigger picture. But with time, perspective emerges. Conflicts become less personal, mistakes become less daunting, and challenges begin to look like stepping stones rather than walls. Time softens the sharp edges of failure and disappointment, giving you the clarity to act with wisdom rather than emotion. The strongest people don't demand immediate answers. They give themselves the space to think, adapt, and grow. They understand that patience and reflection often lead to better outcomes than impulsive action. Time also rewards consistency and persistence. Many people quit just before they were about to succeed, unable to see the fruits of their labor because they lacked faith in the process. Success is not a single event, it is the accumulation of countless small steps taken consistently over time. Each effort, no matter how small, compounds to create momentum. Strong individuals trust in this compounding effect. They know that even when progress seems invisible, every action contributes to the bigger picture. Time does not favor the fastest or the strongest in a momentary sense. It favors the persistent, the patient, and the consistent. Believing in the power of time also fosters resilience. Life is unpredictable, and hardships rarely arrive according to plan. When disappointment strikes, Those who trust in time understand that this is temporary. Situations evolve, opportunities arise, and circumstances can change in ways we cannot yet imagine. This belief allows them to endure without giving in to despair. The knowledge that this too shall pass is not a cliché but a fundamental truth that empowers individuals to remain steadfast through trials. They understand that patience doesn't mean waiting idly. It means actively growing, learning, and preparing while trusting the process. Finally, time teaches gratitude and perspective. When you step back and look at your journey, you see that every challenge, failure, and setback has played a role in shaping who you are. Each difficult season prepares you for the next. Believing in the power of time allows you to see life as a continuous journey of growth rather than a series of isolated disappointments. Strong people know that timing is everything. The right ideas, the right opportunities, and the right outcomes often arrive only when preparation meets patience. Trusting in time allows them to remain calm under pressure, focused on their goals, and confident in the ultimate trajectory of their lives. By believing in the power of time, you stop fighting life's natural rhythm. You stop trying to rush the process or force results before they are ready. Instead, you focus on what you can control, your effort, your mindset, and your growth, while trusting that the results will follow. Time becomes an ally rather than an enemy. And when you pair this belief with resilience, patience, and persistence, you become unstoppable. Because those who respect and understand the power of time know that storms, struggles, and failures are temporary, but the fruits of patience, perseverance, and wisdom last a lifetime. Life will test you. It will challenge you, push you to your limits, and sometimes make you question everything you thought you knew about yourself. But the truth is, these challenges are not here to break you. They are here to build you. Rejection teaches you resilience. Vision keeps you moving forward when the world feels heavy. Laughter reminds you to rise above fear and despair. The right people amplify your strength. Hunger and humility fuel your growth. And time proves that patience, persistence, and preparation always pay off. If you embrace these principles, you will discover a truth few ever truly understand. Toughness is not the absence of struggle, but the ability to keep going despite it. Every obstacle is an opportunity, every failure is a lesson, and every storm is a chance to rise stronger than before. Life does not promise comfort or ease. It promises growth to those willing to endure, to learn, and to fight for their dreams. So when the next challenge comes, and it will, don't shrink. Stand tall. Hold fast to your vision. Laugh in the face of adversity. Surround yourself with those who lift you higher. Stay hungry for growth, humble in your heart, and patient in your journey. And above all, believe that time is working for you, shaping you into the person you were meant to become. The world may not understand your struggle, but that does not matter. What matters is that you never stop, you never quit, and you never lose faith in your own power. Because those who stay strong even in the darkest moments are the ones who ultimately shine brightest. Your strength is not measured by the storms you face. It is measured by how you rise after every fall, how you keep moving forward when it would be easier to give up, and how you turn every hardship into the stepping stones of your success.